shared by the Higher Educational Credit Union. And, of course, this is South 60 Films, the new home for MVL football, streaming games live every week this season. We're here in week 7 right now. Right now it's one-sided affair with Sheridan up 20-0. Next week we'll have West Muskingum at Morgan in McConnellsville as we kick off Friday in October.
Matt even shared a secret with me, maybe for possible next year, but I can't say a thing. My lips are sealed.
And here we go with a run
Not
to
this
Bailey.
time.
After that timeout by Philo. Didn't work. Sheridan all over, snuffing it out.
Boy, a player came across for Sheridan and made that stop. It was an outstanding play.
It's going to be a loss of a yard on that play to Bailey. And
I think it was Munyon. No, not Munyon. Number 10. Ben Fox. Nice play.
all of a sudden, Bailey becoming a workhorse. It's 4 straight carries. And that time Sheridan all over it. It'll mean 3rd down and 8 for this Philo offense. Pick up a 1st down on the Sheridan side of the field at the 44-yard line. We're now under 4 minutes left to go until halftime. Preston looking to throw the ball. He's got receivers out of the backfield. He's also got heavy pressure. He's flushed to his left. He's going to scoot with those wheels, and he's got great athleticism to get that 1st down inside the 35.
Boy, he got a great block from one of his wide receivers out here and picked off Munyon. Munyon was right there to make the play. He got blocked, and that popped Preston out for a 1st down.
20 yards for Preston as he scrambled to his left and scooted up that sideline.
Well, you're right, Hank. As soon as he took the snap, he was under pressure. A lot of lookout blocks being thrown up front there. And it's like a look out, I missed my block.
Just what the doctor, Dirk ordered for his team right here.
Yeah, it doesn't,
on the move.
He doesn't care how it looks as long as the chains are moving.
1st and 10, deepest penetration tonight for the Electrics, the home team here tonight on homecoming, getting shut out so far, and they'll burn another timeout. That's their 2nd called here in a matter of minutes. That'll leave them with 1. Sheridan also has 1, in case you wanted to be reminded of that, with 3:20 to go until the break.
Well, they have to get points here. And so if something's not the way they want it or they're not set correctly, use that timeout. They can't afford to make a mistake at this point because of the miscommunication. You don't get any extra. You don't get bonus points for going into the locker room at halftime with 3 timeouts in your pocket.
And so they use another one here. Leaves himself with 1, talking it over. Got to capitalize. Down 3 scores at 20-0. Preston, who just ran for 20 yards there. 77 carries, or 77 times he has run the football through 6 weeks. Very impressive, 526 yards, an average of 6.8. That's nearly Cisse-like, who averages 7.8, and 11 touchdowns for Preston rushing the football. Will Preston continue to get it going? Will he have his other teammates help him out instead? It's going to be Bailey getting in the call for the timeout. And how about the spin move to fight off what would be a loss on the play to get near the 30?
Well, that might be the best 2-yard run of the season right there. He was nailed in the backfield as soon as he got the handoff. Spun out of that and picked up a couple positive yards. But, one of the things that Coach Culver was most worried about was Preston reading that read option series and running the ball, and we really haven't seen it.
No, we haven't.
We've not seen him carry the ball.
Been doing a lot of handing it off. When he's gone up top and thrown it a few times, he's been unsuccessful. He's thrown 2 interceptions in this 1st half. It's cost his team, unfortunately, into 2 touchdowns or 14 points off turnovers. Will Preston air it out here on 2nd and 8? He's looking to do so. He's got time and protection. Left side, 1-on-1, up in the air, and it's up. Jump ball incomplete. The receiver had a best chance, had a rough on the defensive covers there to try to shield him. But the Electric player possibly could have hauled that one in. That was the tight end, Drew Wright. He's quite the talent. Didn't make it.
He stopped and jumped for the ball. I think had he just continued running, he might have had a chance to get that. He came down. Looks like he may have knocked the wind out of himself. He's holding that left arm. He hurt that shoulder.
So Wright will depart. Close to a touchdown reception for the 6'3" tight end. Not to be. 3rd and 8 for this Philo offense without Wright. Looking to run now, Preston. He's got a lot of turf in front of him. He's got a 1st down inside the red zone. Banging inside the 15, in fact.
Well, that's the best weapon right now for the Electric offense is Preston dropping back to pass and then taking off. But I'm looking at this pass rush, and as soon as he gets the ball, there is a free rusher coming through there. I'm going to have to pay a little closer attention. I don't know if he's beating a blocker or if he's a linebacker coming untouched or what, but every time he drops back to pass, there's a Sheridan General in his face.
That time it worked to his advantage as he found daylight right in front of him. It was the receivers had gone downfield and spread the field so well that he picked up 16 yards and moved the chains with a first down. Here it's back to Bailey. He's strung out to the right. He's just trying to scoot forward to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he does to avoid a loss.
Well, you know, he didn't have any lead blockers out there. I mean, he just running. Sheridan Generals, they're too good on defense to be fooled by something like that. So they maintained good leverage out there and shut that thing down for no gain.
Well, Sheridan's run defense only gives up 2.7 yards per carry coming in, just 3 touchdowns on the ground. Second in the MVL, only John Glenn's been better. Philo sits third in rush defense. Here goes Preston, running left side, turns forward, puts the head down, and he gets hit by a few Generals before he gets to the 10. So about 3 yards there, just short of that 10-yard line. I mean, third down for the Electric offense. We're under a minute now left to go until halftime.
Well, they're going to have to hurry now. Only have one timeout left. Third down and about 6.
Hurry up offense. 3 receivers to the right. Bailey in the backfield. Scoots out to the right. One-on-one to the left. It's right. Oh, nearly made a one-handed grab to the tight end who came back into the game for that third down play.
Well, the defensive back fell. Number 21 for Sheridan lost his footing. Bryson Ruff. He was on the turf, and that would have been an uncontested touchdown if the ball had been maybe a foot to the left.
And so what looked like Philo's off the schneid with points with a touchdown, they're going to now have to try to do it themselves for it's 20-0 right now. Field goal would make it 20-3. Kicker on the field for this 27-yard try. The snap, the hold, and the kick. All 3 look successful, But no, it went to the left. Plenty of distance and height, but to the left. And so Philo remains with a goose egg on the board in the half.
Boy, that's a killer. That was their best drive of the night by far. Their offense looked very dynamic on that series. They ran the ball with 2 or 3 different guys and come up with nothing.
So a stunner for the Philo fans.
As opposed to the call by Josh McDaniels the other night. I mean, I thought that was what were you thinking, Josh?
There's a lot of those going around sometimes. Each and every week you get some.
You know, I mean.
Yeah.
Well, look at that moon, Hank. Wow.
Spectacular. I want to look up and see what that's what that might be called on this night here in last Friday of September.
Full.
Besides full.
Okay.
Besides full. I think there's some.
There's always harvest moon, blue moon.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. Blue moon. You said blue moon. There you go. Yeah.
Right now it's that moon's mimicking the score on the side of the Philo scoreboard. That's for sure.
And so Sheridan with 4 receivers here with 38 seconds left to go. Well, they like to get aggressive. They're going to do so on the ground with Munyon, and Munyon will spin forward and be thrown down at the 30-yard line. So he rips off 10 yards. They'll move the chains. That'll stop the clock momentarily.
Sheridan's at the line of scrimmage. They have a play. Second play is already called.
Same formation. Munyon in the backfield to the right. 4 receivers to each side. Look at the pass. Caden Sheridan whips it out. Sideline pattern. And the out route is caught.
Nice.
Nicely at the 45 for 15.
You know, this is the kind of stuff that Coach Culver and I were talking about in the pregame. Here's a chance for him to see what they can do with less than a minute to go. And they have a comfortable lead. The game's well in hand. They can just run the timeout. But, you know, he says, you know, you're not just playing for week 6 or week 7 anymore. You're playing for the postseason. And this is something they may need in week 11 or against a team in the MVL later this season.
Well put. Evan Anderson, the junior, on that catch, the wide out moments ago. Here's Sheridan scrambling to his left and still looking to throw, and he lobs it downfield. It could be intercepted by Philo, but it's not, as it was knocked away by the Sheridan receiver. It turned out to be the defender on the play, as his team will maintain possession, so a near tragedy for Sheridan late in the half.
Well, you know, I think you want Winders to continue up the sideline and break deep, and Winders kind of pulled up short, and he tried to just kind of finesse the ball in there, and it just didn't work.
Lob toss, so to speak, there by Caden Sheridan. Before he crossed that line of scrimmage, he had to make a quick decision after he rolled to his left and was flushed. So now 2nd and 10. Generals on their own 45 with 12 seconds, and timeout situation. They got one.
That's the other thing you teach your quarterback. If it's not going to work, throw it away. You don't have time to scramble around. Oh,
here's a screen, Doug Munyon, and he's got an alley, and he jumps over a defender and hitting, and he gets out of bounds at the 35-yard line of Philo for 20 yards. Check the flag right about the place where he just jumped and hurdled over Henning. So this will put Sheridan in a position where they can throw a shorter pass attempt, possibly Hail Mary you want to call it at the end of the half, or it's going to come back, and it will.
Personal foul. It's going to be a major penalty. That'll kill this drive. But, I remember a guy for Sheridan did that to one of my teams, and we kids were playing really tough, and it was fourth and 1, and they went for it at midfield, and the score was there was no score in the first half at that point. They handed the ball to their fullback, and he dove over our defensive line and gained 5 yards when he landed on the ground. And one of my assistant coaches, Chad Rouse, looked at me and said, "What are we going to do?" I said, "I don't know, man. You can't stop a guy that has a cape." So
you can't.
But that lead by Munyon there, it looked like he was getting ready for something called the Olympics.
And you get a foul for doing such things now.
Man.
For hurling over a defender on what would have been a 20-yard screen gain for Munyon. And the Generals would have been at the Philo 35. Instead, the penalty and push it back all the way to their own 39-yard line. With 4 ticks on the clock, I would expect maybe they'll just decide to put a knee on things and go in the locker room up 20-zip.
Well, they're going to have one play. And so, they can do whatever they want. They can put it on the knee, or they can try to throw it in the end zone. Obviously, that's worked a couple of times already tonight. So, we'll see.
So coming up at halftime in just 4 seconds from now, CA Music House, Play Music for Life. Join us for the CA Music House halftime show. Both these bands from these schools will be down on the field. We'll bring it to you live here. And, we'll try to get you some halftime scores as well around the area. We had Tri-Valley taking on Riverview. We've had Morgan and New Lexington going at it, among other games here tonight. This one was the best one by far on paper, not turning out to be so.
Well, this is not a victory formation here at all. They have wide receivers all over the place.
They're going to line up to go for it out of the shotgun again with Sheridan. Winders in motion and looking to go middle of the field. He goes back off the back arm, and he's got his man Rupp at the 25, but he's tackled at the 16, and that's how the first half will come to a resounding end as Sheridan will add yardage, but no more points.
Wow. I tell you what, that was a great tackle down there, down the field by number 7, Aiden Mahon, or that would have been touchdown number 4.
Padding the stats for the Generals there is Caden Sheridan, 45 yards downfield to Bryson Ruff before he's tackled at the 16. Concludes our first 24 minutes of action, 1 half in the books. And it's all Sheridan here tonight on homecoming at Sam Hatfield Stadium as the Generals look to stay unbeaten and make it 6 straight wins over Philo. It look like they're on their way, 20-0 at the break. Here on your MVL Game of the Week presented by Community Bank. Doug and I will step out, see if we can get a little bit of bite or something and get you some scores when we come back. Stay tuned for those bands brought to you by CA House Music.
Show of the season.
Here's the halftime show presented by CA House Music. Play music for life.
From 2014, Uptown Funk. as we end our show, featuring a drum break written by senior snare drummer Annika Kauger. On behalf of the entire Sheridan High School Marching Generals, please help me wish Miss Annika a happy 18th birthday! Now strap on those shoes and get ready to run away, baby.
Please welcome to the field the most electric band in the MVL, your Philo High School Marching Band! The marching band is under the direction of Aaron Brenning, Assistant Director Amanda Cox, Percussion Instructor Zach Brenning, and Color Guard Instructor Darcy Robinson. Leading the band is Field Commander Cassidy Brown, assisted by Corps Captain Abby Cox. We ask that you refrain from audio and video recording during this performance. Thank you. Performing the homecoming tradition of Strip Philo with senior Noah Nolan dotting the I. So all of you Philo fans, alumni, and students, get on your feet for the Philo Fight Song! The band will finish their performance this evening with John Denver's fan favorite, Country Roads Take Me Home. Feel free to sing along. Philo Band would like to thank the Marching Generals for an outstanding performance tonight. Last weekend at the Zanesville Bonanza, bands the Philo Marching Band qualified for OMEA state competition, marking the earliest the band has ever earned this accomplishment. Please join us right after the game for a special homecoming performance of their state qualifying. All aboard!
Thank you for watching the halftime show presented by CA House Music. Play music for life.